It's October and we are getting fit today. Grab your dumbbells and let's go. All right, Killer Bees, let's get moving and grooving, and that means that we are getting started with some arm circles with high knees. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend, and around here we are all about making peace with your menopausal body by finding a healthy weight and moving in ways that feel like self-love. You guys, and today feels like the best kind of self-love for me because today is a Metcon, and in case you've never heard that before, don't worry. It's just short for metabolic conditioning, and in case you don't know what that is, don't worry. It just means it's like a fancy word for cardio and strength. You guys, today is a super effective, super efficient, perfect nugget of a workout. We are going back and forth between cardio and strength, as you might have known from me saying this, cardio and strength. I've got the handy dandy gym boss here set for intervals of 30 seconds of cardio and 1 minute of strength. And let's go ahead and do some arm crossovers with booty kickers while we think about that, because neither one of those intervals is especially long, and that means that we want to find the perfect pace for ourselves. The perfect pace for you might be a little bit different than my pace today. My pace is my moderate. I'm always aiming for moderate while we do these weight loss workouts because, my friend, moderate is the way to go at our age, at any age, honestly. You guys, moderate is the thing that can get you everywhere you want to go, because moderate means that you can come back and do a workout, maybe not exactly like this, but like this tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And that is how we actually get all of the results that we want in our lives, through consistency. I know it's not a very exciting word, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyways. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes, because welcome to my home. Don't worry, Blossom is just outside. She's still with me. She just really wanted to go outside and lay in the sunshine today while I was working out. So she'll be back, I'm sure, tomorrow. You guys, here's what it looks like today. I already told you what we're doing. We're going back and forth between cardio and strength, but the other thing that I want to tell you, there is some music today, and I need you to know that I am not listening to music while I'm filming this. It's really important to me that you know that I mean, I'm not coordinated. I don't actually have especially good rhythm, but I'm not as bad as it might appear on screen while there's music that I can't actually hear. But I hope that it is the right kind of music and the right volume for you to enjoy our time together, because here we go, my friends. We're getting started with some big arm side shuffles. Let's go ahead and get moving. So we're shuffling from side to side, our arms making a nice big circle right in front of us when it beeps. And the 30 seconds is going to be plenty long, which is why I'm not going especially fast when it beeps. Don't worry about how much transition time it takes you to grab your dumbbells, which I meant to tell you quite some time ago, to have them next to you. Oh wow, that's a really good way to start. Hopefully you haven't had dumbbells in your hands the whole time. When it beeps though, we're gonna do high knee press-ups, which is exactly what it sounds like. Gonna have dumbbells in hands, starting right here at your shoulders. Gonna raise our hands up while one knee comes up at a time. Pull in your core. This is strength, which means that we're really thinking about moving at a slower pace, really using excellent form. When it beeps again, we're coming back to those big arm side shuffles, because we're gonna do each pair of exercises twice in a row. And here we go with big arm side shuffles. And right back to those high knee press ups. really thinking about pulling in your core. This is excellent form. This is really the magic of a Metcon, you guys. Really thinking about your body and your pace through both different kinds of exercises. Honestly, it's why I think I like Metcon so much, is because it's so good for your brain and your body to really think, am I going fast? Am I going slow? Am I balanced? Am I pulling in my core? Am I using my best form? Where are my arms? Which muscles am I using? What am I doing right now? Being mentally engaged in your workout is part of how you can get the best results from your workout. You guys, when it beeps again, gonna put those dumbbells down and we're going right back into cardio. We're gonna do toy soldiers. That means we're gonna have both hands up and we're gonna reach our opposite hand towards our opposite kicking foot. Going back and forth like this between high heart rate, even though it's moderate, cardio. Here we go, hands up, toy soldiers. The high heart rate cardio versus the still high heart rate, but slower moving strength is how we are getting our very best, most efficient workout. Not a lot of time, lots of the right amount of effort and excellent results because of it. You guys, when it beeps again, okay, speaking of coordination, we're gonna do a front raise, side kick combination. One hand is doing a front raise, the other hand is doing a side raise. The leg on the side that's doing the front raise is the leg that's kicking out. Pull in your core, think about your form. And right back to toy soldiers, hands up. And here we go again with that front raise, side kick combo. Really thinking about pulling in your core, of course. We're getting lots of good balance work today, my friends, during this strength portion of our Metcon. Really thinking, I like to think, about pulling up with my heel rather than like flinging my leg out to the side. When we pull up with the heel, do you notice how the work comes back into your side butt when we do that? You guys, when it beeps again, we've still got plenty of time, but when it beeps again, we're gonna be doing ding dongs, one of my absolute favorite cardio moves. Gonna put those dumbbells down. We're gonna swing our hands low, meaning not overhead, even though they're actually gonna swing up pretty high from side to side. And while we swing our hands, we're kicking out one foot at a time. And that kick really is gonna be more of a flinging of your leg. We don't have to be quite as precise when we're doing this one. So here we go with ding dongs. Go ahead and let your leg fly, but notice that you're still pulling in your core. You're still thinking about excellent form, even while we're doing cardio. Having your core pulled in makes your cardio even more efficient and more effective and less likely to injure you. You guys, when it beeps again, we're only grabbing one dumbbell and we're gonna do something I call X marks the spot, because we're gonna create a nice big X right in front of our body, as though we are chopping a dumbbell from our shoulder down to our opposite hip. Core pulled in tight, and here we go. Chop and chop. Put that dumbbell down. Here we go with ding dongs. And pick up one dumbbell. Here we go again with X marks the spot. Pull in that core. Feet are about hip width apart. Your knees are soft but strong. We've always got that good power stance. Thinking about using your abs for this exercise is really where the power is coming from, my friends. I know this looks like arm work, and you are. I mean, we're doing a biceps curl and like a triceps pull down, but this power, this moving fast and then stopping it quickly, all comes from your abs. Having your core pulled in, squeezing your abdominal muscles, that's where we're working. When it beeps again, we're gonna put that dumbbell down. Coming back to cardio, of course, we're gonna be doing can-cans. It's a knee and a kick on one side, and then a knee and a kick on the other. Now, I have heard via the comments that some of y'all don't love can-cans. And I tell you what, anytime I am doing anything, and I mean this literally, any exercise that you don't love. Hi, Rosie. We're gonna do a knee and a kick and a knee and a kick. Anytime we're doing any exercise, especially cardio, but honestly, even strength, anytime I'm doing something that you don't like, can't get the hang of, don't enjoy, doesn't feel good, do something else. Just because I'm doing can-cans doesn't mean you have to do can-cans. You can do anything you want. When it beeps again, we're doing a front punch step back, which is exactly what it sounds like. Now, sometimes I like to go across the body, but this time we're going same sided, so you're really working that core. Hands in front of you, front punch, while we step back. And dumbbells down. Watch out, Rosie. Here we go with can-cans. Knee and kick. Grab those dumbbells again. Here we are with the front punch, step back. The fruit punch, step back. The reason I'm going same-sided on this one, much more of a challenge to your balance, much more of a challenge to your core strength. Now don't worry if you've actually gotten started going the other way. Keep going. Honestly, it doesn't matter which way you do this. Stepping back is one of the most important skills we can do. We don't often step backwards. There's an element of brain-body connection and proprioception that is so important here. Your brain knowing where your body is in space is a vital skill that we need to practice as we get older. You guys, when it beeps again, we're gonna put those dumbbells down. We're gonna do Pretzel Jacks, which means that we're doing jumping jacks with your arms. And I call it a pretzel because it's a pretzel stretch is how I like to think about it. We're bringing our opposite foot towards our opposite knee. So you're actually pulling one knee kind of out to the side, feeling, that inner and outer thigh working, feeling that side butt working. And of course, because we've got our arms flapping, hands up, means heart rate up. You guys, this is cardio. When it beeps again, we're doing a Delt Raise side kick. Now, If you have been with me for a while, you've done butter churns before, more than likely. If you haven't, don't worry, I'm telling a funny story. When we have our dumbbells coming up, that is when we're going to also kick out to the side. It's the opposite of butter churns, and that's why I like to tell you, because you're familiar, you might be familiar with this move, but not quite like this. And dumbbells down, here comes Pretzel Jacks. And grab those dumbbells again for that Delt Raise side kick. Really thinking about having your core pulled in, of course. Also thinking about pulling these dumbbells up by recruiting the big muscles in your upper back, not the ones right on top of your shoulders. You could probably get these dumbbells up to your chin right in front of you by shrugging your shoulders, but I like to think about not wearing my shoulders as earrings. Bringing your elbows up while keeping your shoulders down really brings the work into those big muscles in your back. The more we can use our big muscles, my friends, the more effective and efficient this workout is. When it beeps again, of course, we're gonna put these dumbbells down. We're going into cheerleader kicks. We're gonna have our hands starting at our shoulders, raising up overhead like rah, rah, sis, boom, ba, while we kick one foot out at a time. Making sure your core is pulled in nice and tight now. This side raise of your leg, having that heel up and out. Okay, here we go with cheerleader kicks. Woo! Okay, I notice how much I don't want to get back into cardio. How my heart rate is up a little. I'm sweating a lot as I do. But I notice at this point in time in the workout that it's a little harder to change gears. This is what I'm talking about that mind-body connection. Pushing yourself the right amount. Not so much that this is a hard workout, but making yourself change gears. Here we go with a deadlift front raise. Pulling your core, feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Gonna push those hips back, 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 back. Pull them up, 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 up. And then front raise in front of you. And dumbbells down, here we go with cheerleader kicks. And bringing those dumbbells back again for deadlift front raises. Pull in that core, feet wherever feels comfortable. I go a little bit wider than hip width apart because frankly, my hamstrings, not super flexible, but very strong, which means that I can only get down this far when my feet are a little bit wider apart. Wherever feels comfortable for you is the right way to do a deadlift. When you feel this work from your hips, meaning your butt, your glutes, and your hamstrings, that's when you are doing it correctly. When you feel it in your lower back, my friends, adjust something, and it might even just be adjust not having weights in your hands. This is a total rear chain complex exercise. Working those glutes and hamstrings in the back, and then we're bringing that work with that front raise all the way up into our latissimus dorsi, those big, big, big swimmer muscles in your back. You guys, when it beeps again, we are done. We're not quite finished. I've got a built-in finisher. One more pair. Go ahead and put those dumbbells down. We're doing half jacks. Now, there's nothing, honestly, the finisher, usually like, oh, this is so much harder than everything else. No, it's just one more pair that we're really gonna think about doing with our very best form, because when we pick up those dumbbells again, we're doing flying fast ups. It's a lot more balancy than everything else we've been doing today, so it's a little tougher. I'm gonna start with my left foot on the ground. I'm only gonna grab one dumbbell. Hand's gonna go up overhead. Gonna tip it forward a little bit. Hands to your knee to your hands, and then extend it out. Dumbbell down, here we are with half jacks. And the very last thing, flying fast ups on the other side, hands up. Really thinking about having your core pulled in, of course. Thinking about excellent balance means that your standing knee is soft but strong. Your thighs are engaged. You're bringing that work all the way up into your abs and your butt. As your arms are extended, you're getting those biceps all the way up near your ears. If you need to drop weights for that, my friends, drop your weights. I would much rather have you recruit the big upper back muscles than having to accidentally resort to your lower back muscles to do this work. You guys, the next time it beeps is the last time that it's gonna beep. Whoo, doggies, for today's really efficient and effective weight loss workout. You guys, I promise you, we don't need to do more, especially when we do things as complex and fun as this. I know, let's go ahead and cool this down. I know that sometimes we think we've got to do more in order to lose weight. But my friends, the great news is you will do more by doing a little something every day. There's that unsexy word, consistency, again. When we do a little something, 20-ish minutes every single day, over time, we will reap every benefit of every single exercise times however many days it is that you're doing the work. When we work way too hard, our body gets inflamed, it can't recover, it starts doing pre-injury kind of aches and pains, and then we can't work out for 3 or 4 days. That is when we don't get results, or we get the results that we are not looking for. Let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, stretch that out. And then close it up. Give yourself a big hug and a pat on your sweaty back. That was really, really good work today. My friends, if you need a reminder, some of us do, and for some of us this is brand new information. You might be like, wait, what? If I work harder, I won't get more results? No. Here on screen, I've got everything you could possibly need to know about not falling over. Thank goodness the wall was there. About losing weight at 50 and beyond. And on the other side of the screen, I have a fantastic walking cool down for you. A little bit more cooling down, a little bit more stretching. You guys, thank you so much for working out with me today. Make sure you click that subscribe button before you go, and I'll see you tomorrow.